Moving a dataset to an external AI provider can take seconds, but proving that the exact data was permitted to live is much harder. A clean-looking table cannot tell us who owns it, where its fields came from, what they mean inside the organization, or whether the final version was actually approved. Latch turns the copy operation into an evidence-backed release. For this demo, Lighthouse Mobility wants to use customer support conversations to improve a multilingual EV charging support model with an external model adaptation provider. All 24 records are synthetic, but every data hub, lookup, BigQuery check, approval transformation, and release shown here runs through the real workflow. The requester declares exactly what is leaving the source asset, destination, fine-tuning purpose, requested fields, release location, and 70% utility floor. Now data hub becomes load-bearing. Latch resolves the exact catalog, asset its owner, schema, classification, glossary meaning, upstream origin, and field level lineage. For example, data hub tells Latch which fields the organization classifies as direct identifiers that AI training allowed is the recorded training eligibility signal, and that this apparently prepared training view actually comes from the internal raw support source. Latch phrases that organizational context into a version release contract. If required ownership or lineage were missing, it would stop here rather than ask Gemini to guess. Data hub becomes here load bearing. With the contract established, BigQuery measures the actual source. The release is blocked for several independent reasons. Direct identifier column were requested, configured email, phone account, and order identifiers also appear inside the text. But Latch doesn't simply say no, it creates only transformation permitted by the release policy. Then actually execute previews before the human chooses. Balance remove direct field, redacts configured identifiers, filters ineligible conversations, and repair small group problems. Here balance and maximum utility retain 87.5% of the dataset. Stronger protection is more aggressive but becomes ineligible because removing more data is not automatically better. A safe training set that destroys its useful language or issue coverage is still a bad release. After the human chooses an eligible plan, BigQuery materializes a separate release candidate. Latch does not trust its own intended transformation, it runs a safety and utility contract again against that exact physical result. Identifier checks, training eligibility, cohort protection, required field category coverage, and the retention floor must all pass together. Only then can the candidate become verified and move to a separate publication approval. The approved candidate is published and Latch sells a release passport containing